Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Rated Puzzles Grind on chess.com. As always, I'll try to solve the puzzles as quickly as possible and then talk about the solutions. But before that, I just want to remind you that if you're watching this in the end of November or in the beginning of December of 2021, the World Championship match is actually happening. Magnus Carlsen playing against Jan Nepomniachtchi or something like that, and yeah, it's a very exciting match. I think that you should check it out and yeah, just enjoy these games which will decide who the next world champion will be. Alright, so let's get going and get into the puzzles. So I think this is a draw and I think this might be winning. Yeah, my neighbors are kind of hitting their walls, so hopefully you don't hear it too much. Yes, I will just try this. Right, and here I think my idea is to run there somehow, because once again if I block, he takes and I take and then he just blocks and it's a draw somehow. Yes, but I think if I run, I think I'm winning. So I'll just try my idea. Yes, and I think here I just keep running because once again if I block, he blocks me from going up and I think it's a draw once again. So I suppose it makes sense to go up this way. Then I also threaten my own checks and yeah, it's just good stuff. He doesn't really have any check. If he tries something like here or here, then I just keep running, I think. Yeah, so that's the idea. Wow, only 2 rating from 2600. Actually, guys, a funny story. Yesterday I tried to film an episode of Rated Puzzles Grind. I wanted to release it before the first game of the World Championship, and I did a single puzzle, and yeah, it didn't go well. I got it wrong. And what happened is chess.com just crashed because apparently what I suspect happened is many people were trying to go to chess.com to see the world championship match or something and it just crashed and I got logged out and I couldn't continue filming the video. The site just crashed. So yeah, guys, I really tried to produce one more episode for you yesterday, but chess.com didn't allow me to, and later on I was too busy. So yeah, hopefully today the site doesn't crash. I'm trying to film it a bit before the match starts, so hopefully everything goes well. So once again, the solution of this puzzle I think is quite interesting. So the issue with this move is that he just goes here and wherever I go he just takes and I take. And what I saw this is just a draw, like whatever I do, like I can't go through. He just blocks and yeah, I can never push this pawn because he would push his own pawn and yeah, it would just be lost, but he just keeps blocking and yeah, I never get through. These pawns are blocking all of these squares and yeah, the king covers this and yeah, there's no way for me to pass. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, if I ever try to push, it's really bad because his pawn gets through, and yeah, if I try to go and catch it somehow, yeah, like then he gets to this pawn and it's just lost. So I mean, I'm not going to analyze this too deep. You can check it yourself at some engine or something, but it just seems lost. And yeah, the other way around, if I actually try to run with my king towards his pawns, it's much more interesting because yeah, what was the first move? It was yeah, it was here. So if I try run towards his pawns, as you can see, like if he tries to keep checking me, it's really not great. As in the puzzle, if he tries to do something like this, I just run and well, he can't check here because of my queen, but yeah, if he tries to check here, once again the blocking would lead to the same draw, but if I just keep going up towards his pawns, I catch them eventually and even threaten mate. So yeah, just a very beautiful puzzle. Right, so it's not this move, but I really can't see any other moves, so I'm quite confused because even here, like I thought he takes, I check, but I didn't really see how I can do much else. I thought maybe I somehow keep checking the king, but apparently it's losing. So I'm really confused. So the issue is that I'm forked here, my rook and my queen, and this check is covered by his queen, so it's really looking bad. And I'm not sure what can I do here. This is the pretty much the only check, because this way he just takes my queen, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that it can be winning, right? So I thought this move might lead to something, but apparently it doesn't, so I'm quite confused. Now, maybe I should have considered something like this to threaten going there. Then, yeah, actually that might make some more sense, because then I have mate, and actually he can't both defend the knight and defend that square. I suspect that that should be the move. Yes. So, yeah, I completely missed the idea that I can just move my queen and threaten mate in two, so... And conveniently it also hits the knight, because if he was to take, well, this is just mate in two, and I completely missed that, but yeah, now that I considered it, it makes complete sense. Yeah, just a quiet move, queen e4, very beautiful, and yeah, not much to explain, makes a lot of sense. Not too great that I missed it, but yeah, it seems like many people miss it. Wow, minus 16, guys. Wow, apparently I just lost 31 rating in two puzzles, so yeah, that's a bit a bit brutal. And I don't know, this seems correct. I kind of prevent him from promoting that pawn, and yeah, it looks not so horrible, but apparently it's horrible. So let's try and figure out why it could be so bad. So I have this check, but how does it help? I mean, if I check, I suppose he has to go away somewhere, and then I can take the pawn, and then I can do that later. And apparently it's also wrong, so I'm really confused. What is happening here? I could do something crazy like this to threaten that. But if he just pushes, I have to go here anyway. I mean, yeah, I just really don't know. I must be completely missing something. Apparently, I go after that pawn. Wait a second. Do I check him? And then I go to stop that pawn? Oh no, I check him again. And then I wait. I'm so confused. So, apparently, I'm not in a hurry to stop that pawn. And I threaten to check him on e2. And yeah, my neighbors keep banging on the walls, so not so easy to focus, but yeah, apparently I check him, so he has to move away from this file and from that file also. And if he goes down, I can check him again. And what's the difference between these two moves? Is what I'm trying to understand. If I go here, he still can't promote. Then he can bring his king closer, but I don't care, I just move my rook away, right? Of course that's a misclick, but I'm just confused. So this might make some sense, but what if he does this? I just go and stop the pawn, right? But why is this bad? Then he doesn't care, he just starts advancing the other pawn and it's a draw somehow, so wow, pretty crazy. I can't say that I fully understand what's going on in this puzzle, but yeah, I suppose somehow that's the solution, and hopefully, yeah, I stop losing 15 or 16 rating on every puzzle today, because yeah, it doesn't feel that great. Yeah, I think he just escapes, but I think if I take the spawn, I don't get mated, and I think I'm fine, so I will try that. Yes. Right. So finally we got not minus 16 or minus 15, but yeah, plus 5, guys. Slowly uh, bouncing back. Yeah, so let's retry this puzzle. So this is pretty tricky. Well, the first thing you can notice is that that pawn supports the rook, so I can't take it, and that rook covers these 3 squares, and that rook is threatening mate in 1. And also my rook is hanging, so yeah, probably I have to check or it's just lost, so I only have 2 checks, and this one I don't really see any follow-up like I saw it, but he just goes up and, well, I already can't really do anything. So this check seemed to make more sense. I tried to see maybe there's some kind of forced mate, but yeah, there isn't really. I think he could just go there and I can never mate him, but yeah, what this check also does is it hits that pawn, which is unprotected, and then that rook is hanging. I mean, if that rook was to move and that pawn wouldn't be there, that rook on b7 would be hanging. So that's why I thought that, yeah, this defense is just my best try, and yeah, apparently it's correct. And yeah, I'm up a bishop and a pawn, so it should be winning. Alright, so this is interesting because it seems like, yeah, I pretty much, this is not a check because it's covered by the knight, so yeah, I think this is the only check I have in this position. Of course, these two just hang a piece, so they are not good, but yeah, this is a check which is not covered, and it looks quite promising because, as you can see, the rook covers the back rank and that file, so it looks interesting. Also, there's the pawn covering these squares, so once I check him with the queen, he really has only two options, either to go with the king to e2 or e3. And at first I was trying to look for some kind of forced checkmate. If he goes here, I thought, okay, I can get my queen there, but he just goes down again, and yeah, I couldn't see a forced mate, so yeah, I made the conclusion that probably there isn't a forced mate, but what I noticed that, yeah, if he was on e3, I could just check him on d4 with my queen, forking his king and the queen. He would have to take my queen uh, with uh, with his queen, and then I could take the queen with my pawn, and he would be in check. So really, he would have to take my pawn or move his king somewhere, and then I would just take his rook, which is exactly what happened in the puzzle. And yeah, if he just goes to e3, I can go for this immediately, and I'm just up a rook and winning. And if he goes here instead, I can do this move, and he lands on e3 anyway, and there's the same idea, which is just winning. So yeah, very beautiful puzzle, and seems like my neighbors stopped banging on their walls. I guess some repair jobs or whatever, so maybe the puzzles will start going a bit better now. Alright, so apparently that is also incorrect, and apparently this is correct. But What do I have here? I saw this and I thought I have nothing, but I just take the bishop. Damn, that's just sad. I saw the position, but yeah, I was looking for a forced mate, but apparently I can just take the bishop and it's winning. So what if he just goes here? What do I have? Apparently I have knight f5 check, and apparently it's forced mate. Wow, so this is very, very sad. But I saw that this just wins me some material, but apparently I missed some move. Yeah, this just hangs a knight. Yeah, so that's a bit problematic. Otherwise, I suppose my move would have been fine, but yeah, the issue is that it just hangs a knight, and I just played it like it was a reasonable move. So yeah, very, 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 very horrible of me, I suppose. It's just really horrible, not much else to say. Because yeah, the other line I saw, like I thought I take, but okay, what if he just goes here? I missed that I could just go back with the check, and yeah, the squares would be covered, and yeah, I would have to go back, and this would just be mate. I completely missed it because I saw that if he takes with the bishop, I have this check, and I thought, okay, he has to go here. And I saw this, and I saw this, and I thought, okay, there's no first mate, so it's not great, probably. But apparently I can just take the bishop and I'm winning, so yeah. Interesting puzzle, and yeah, I really should try better to not just play a move that hangs a piece and does nothing, so yeah, let's try and recover from this horrible gameplay, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think it's winning if I promote and check him, but then he just goes king h2, and I really don't see how I can win. So it's probably not correct. But what else could it be then? Well, it's my best bet. At least I got the queen first, and maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I can somehow win, but yeah, I really don't see what else I could do. This bishop is just causing too many problems. If he just sacrifices himself, I don't know. If he just promotes first, and I think I'm lost. And he can't just push because he goes here, and yeah, I think I'm just lost. So once again, I must be completely missing some great move, but or I'm missing why this is winning. Yeah, I don't see it. I think this is my best bet. If it's wrong, it's wrong, but really don't see anything else. And it's incorrect, so what was it? Apparently I pushed the spawn anyway. And I saw this, and are you telling me that there's something I can do? Wait, I just push the spawn? Because I keep pushing it, and I win. Yes, I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, I somehow calculated the spawn push, but I thought that here I thought that I can't really do much. But yeah, I suppose it's just winning. So yeah, makes sense. For some reason, I disregarded this move, and yeah, very very far of me. But yeah, I suppose yeah, I should triple check every move because yeah, otherwise I can just miss such moves, and it's really bad. Yeah, I for some reason thought that this was mate. Yeah, I'm just having a horrible day, guys, as you can tell. But yeah, obviously he just blocks, and I have nothing, but instead if I do this check, he can't block. If he goes up or if he goes there, then it is truly mate. Yes, so very horrible of me, as you can see, like you can just block with the queen and yeah, I lose. Yeah, very, very bad. I suppose if I'm getting all the puzzles so horribly wrong today, I should at least take my time so it doesn't feel so bad to get it wrong so quickly. Alright guys, you finally got the puzzle correctly. Yeah, so yeah, I don't really have many checks here, like these two just bang the queen, but yeah, this check looks promising, because if he moves the king only move there, then this is just checkmate, but if he takes with the pawn, it gets more interesting. So then, as you can see, this is the only reasonable check. It's covered by the bishop, and he doesn't really have any moves. In fact, he has only one move, just king a6, and yeah, then it's all pretty simple. I have this check on c6, and yeah, what I initially missed was I thought he goes here, and I was looking at, okay, maybe I check here or something, but of course that is not an option. The knight would just take the bishop, so it would be very, very horrible. But yeah, what else I can do is just take the pawn, and I'm supported by my pawn, and my queen supports the pawn, and it's just a simple checkmate. So yeah, pretty nice puzzle. Yeah, let's keep going. Oh, wait a second, did I just get puzzles? No, I think it's only 9. Yeah, so let's go for the last puzzle then. Alright, so yeah, this mate was pretty beautiful. Yeah, so initially might think, what if I just sag the queen, but really you don't have anything. If you sag the queen, he would just take, and if you checked, he just goes here, and yeah, you have nothing. If you, yeah, you just have nothing, like, it's just lost. So sacking the queen doesn't work, like the same goes for sacking the queen there, it's just bad. But then you might consider this move, and it looks interesting because it covers this diagonal, and you really threaten mate on a1 with the queen, and the only move to stop that is just take the queen. And this is what I saw. And then I was looking at this, maybe this could work, but really it doesn't, because he just goes here, and yeah, you have nothing. But then I thought of just taking the pawn, because really you threaten mate on a1 once again, and he can't move anywhere. And really there's no way to stop this mate, so yeah, you can try whatever, it's just unstoppable. And yeah, very beautiful checkmate. So yeah, at least we got this one correct, guys. Alright, so the day has gone pretty poorly, so I will go for one last puzzle, and I'll try my best to, redeem myself. But yeah, if it goes wrong, well, it goes wrong, but yeah, I just feel like trying one more puzzle. Alright, +10 guys. I redeemed myself for the day, alright. I'm not too upset for failing so miserably at some of these puzzles. Really what upsets me the most is like in this puzzle where I just played yeah, knight d6 and it just hangs the knight like oof, that's just horrible. Yeah, this puzzle is very nice, so let me explain it and yeah, let's see. So really what you notice here is the enemy king is out of squares, my pawn covers that, my king covers these squares and really has only one valid move, which is there. And then you see this rook and yeah, you might think that it can go somewhere, and indeed this move looks promising, because if it were to appear on h8 it would just be checkmate, because he can't block and really the king is just stuck. And then you might just check if he can prevent the rook from getting to h8 somehow, and indeed he can't. His rook is just too slow, and yeah, the bishop can't defend it on his own, so it's just unstoppable. If he tried to run it, well, it doesn't really help because the king covers these three squares and it would just be mate anyway. And of course he can try to sack the bishop, but it really just delays the inevitable. So yeah, just a very beautiful puzzle. Yeah, I'm just surprised. Like, look at these rating losses: -15, -16, -14, -16, -7. All right, this was more reasonable, but really, just the way I failed on some of these puzzles is quite upsetting. So yeah, really, today hasn't been a great day, but yeah, I'm glad to have at least bounced back and gotten these last three puzzles correctly. And yeah, I suppose I'll just be back tomorrow and try to really do better, really spend more time on the puzzles, unless I see some for sure forced mate, and yeah, just recover and come back stronger. So yeah, if you got this far into the video, I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm sorry I failed some of these puzzles so miserably. I wish to yeah provide some better content where I get more puzzles correctly. But yeah, I suppose bad days can happen. So once again, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, you can like it and also subscribe to my channel and check out my Twitter. The link to it is in the description. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you so much one last time, and I'll see you next time.